Hello everyone, I am so excited to come on and share this video with you today. I watched Marta's video, Maremi Small Art, who I'm sure you all know. She shared a boiled flower and leaf video, eco boiling I think it's called, eco dyeing, and oh my goodness, she made it look so easy. I've seen loads of videos in the past and have thought it looked too fiddly and it's put me off, but you know, Marta just has that way of making everything look a doddle, doesn't she? Talk in more detail about the first batch. This was some rose petals and I had high hopes for these. Let me just show you the picture of how I laid them out on my page. This is just a photo of how I laid them out on my page. They're just yellow rose petals, sort of like a peachy yellow, and I had high hopes for these, and you know, it just didn't work out anywhere near as well as I hoped it would, and I found that darker colours do work best. Here's some more of the rose petals, and for whatever reason these ones worked better. I just absolutely love these blue tones that I've got going on here, and the yellows come out more. And that was how I spread those ones out on the page. Now I don't know whether it's their positioning in the stack or what it is. I've got no idea, because you know, this is a brand new process to me. So if anybody can shed any light, you know, do let me know. To share some of my favourites from the first batch. I absolutely love this page here. It's just gorgeous. And that's what it looked like before it was boiled. And these ones here that have created this gorgeous blue were these ones here. I've got no idea what they are. I'm not a flower person, a plant person, so you know, you'll have to enlighten me if anybody knows what this plant is called. But I've just been and picked some. These ones here are from this plant here. And I just picked off some of the leaves and just put them flat on the page, and that's how I got the colour from those. I just absolutely love that. That's one of my favourites. Another one of my favourites that I think worked beautifully, and that's the photograph of that one there. So I think leaves definitely work better, and Marta actually says that at the end of her video too, that leaves are definitely the way to go. This is my second batch, and as you can see, I've just achieved loads more pigment from the plants this time round. I just love these, they're gorgeous. This one here is my absolute favourite. Just look how gorgeous that is. And the difference was that the first batch was just plain water, whereas I've added a few extra ingredients for this one here. And again, I'll talk you through my process and share what I feel worked and you know, what didn't work quite so well. So of course today, after I dropped some off at the train station, I've been foraging, I've been out walking and picked a load more plants, because I'm going to have another go and let's do it together. To talk about what you'll need for this, I'm using a soup pot. Here's mine. And inside, excuse how grotty it is, I haven't cleaned it out from yesterday's boiling, so it's stained around the edges from my plants. I've got some Yorkshire pudding tins in the bottom. Here we go. Some people suggest having stones and things in the bottom. Mine are still wet. Here you go. They're just Yorkshire pudding tins that I've turned upside down, and that's to stop your paper from sticking to the bottom of the pan. Or at least I think it is anyway. Now my pot measures, let's have a look, 33 centimetres, which I do believe is 13 inches. But I think you can do this in a shallow pot as well. Now I will put my papers on top. I'll show you how to do that in a second, and then I will weight them down with some household bricks. You can use stones, anything heavy for this, weights if you've got some in your kitchen. As far as paper is concerned, my first batch was a mixture of cartridge paper and mixed media paper. Mixed media paper I used was A4 size, whereas I'm using A5 today. And it was Daler Rowney. Let's have a look. What's the pound weight on it? I can't see it. Hang on a second. Let's have a look. 250 GSM, 169 pound mixed media paper. And I also used cartridge paper as well. Snowdon cartridge paper, 130 GSM. And you can see here that I've got a mixture of them both. The mixed media paper is just flat individual pages. I've cut the spiral bound edging off the top, whereas the cartridge paper, which comes from an A4 pad, I've just folded in half. Now, as far as the plants I'm going to be using, I've just got a mixture of all sorts. Here's some of the ones that I showed you earlier from my favourite prints that I achieved last time. I've been and picked some more of those. I've got a selection of various aces as well. I've been out for a walk this morning down the country lane, and I've picked all sorts, as well as, you know, going and grabbing some from my garden again. I've also got some of these ones here I picked from the side of the road when I was taking Sam to the train station this morning. I spotted those on the side of the road and literally ground my car to a halt because I thought, oh, I've got to have some of those. I've also picked some of these as well from the garden. I want to have a try with those. I've got a mixture of absolutely all sorts. I've just spent about 45 minutes or so just compiling my stacks. This is not really a hugely time consuming project. It really isn't. So that's what they look like so far. Those are the mixed media papers and that's the cartridge paper. And I'm just going to show you or try to show you what they look like. I've just sandwiched leaves in between the papers, so that's what they look like. Got my almighty pile here all stacked together, and what I'm going to do now is I've got some of these chopping boards. They're just plastic chopping boards, and I'm going to place one on the top like that. I'm going to place the pile on top of the other one as well, whether you can see the chopping board underneath, and I'm just going to tie this whole thing, this whole pile up with string. I'm just over at my cooking pot, and there's my Yorkshire pudding tins. I am just going to place my stack, let me just grab hold of it, on top like this. There we go. And then I'm going to weight it down with some bricks. I'm just going to place them on the top. Here's my stack inside my pan, and you can see that I've got some household bricks piled on top. I've got 4. I've also put some vinegar in there. I don't know, about 3 or 4 tablespoons. I've also put some alum as well. Let me just show you the bag. Here it is. But a friend of mine recommended that this will bring out the colour. I think it primes your pages. I'm also going to add some star anise. Here we go, that's those. So I'm just going to chuck those into the pan. I have also got some pink peppercorns. Here we go, I'm going to chuck some of those in for good measure. I've got some hibiscus flowers as well. So I'm going to put some of those in. So let's just dive into the into the bag. I'm just going to chuck some of those in. Let's have a few more, and then I'm just going to top this up with water to make sure that it just covers my stack. I've just topped my pan up with water to more than cover my stack. And now I'm just going to bring it up to a boil, and then I'll let it simmer away for about 2–2.5 hours. I'm getting really excited about this batch. I don't know whether you can see the water. It's been boiling. Oh, I don't know. I turned it down to a simmer. It's on 4 on my induction hob now. It's been boiling away for about 15–20 minutes, and it's turned the most gorgeous purple colour. Just look at that. I'm so excited. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I've taken the plastic breadboards off, and this is what I've got. Let's just have a look. Sorry if I keep going out of frame. Oh my goodness me. Let me just take these off. Isn't that just absolutely beautiful? Just look. So that's the first one. Let's have a look and see what it looks like on the back. That's what it looks like on the back. That is just absolutely gorgeous. Hang on, let me just create some space for myself. Oh, these are just gorgeous. What have we got inside this one here? I can't even remember what those were. Sort of like dandelion things. That one's a bit brown. Loads and loads of detail though, just look. So I'm going to take these apart. Look at the back of that one there. Oh my goodness, these are just absolutely beautiful. Wow, I've obviously chosen my leaves a lot more wisely this time, I think. Gorgeous. So I'm going to take them all apart, dry them, and then I'll do a flip through for you. Look at that. That is just absolutely stunning. Absolutely gorgeous. So these are my prints all laid out on my countertop. I mean, just look at that one there. Absolutely fantastic. These have all got sort of like a yellow hue. Let me just show you. That one there is gorgeous. I just love these. I love sort of all the blues and greys in this one here. So definitely a success. Let me just move over and show you the next row. I love this one here as well. Just look at that. There they all are. Let's move over. But by far the most successful, in my opinion, are the ones that I did on watercolour paper. I just love this one here as well. Just look at that. But these are the ones on, not watercolour paper, mixed media paper. In fact, I'd like to try it on watercolour paper. And just look at this one here. It's just absolutely gorgeous. Oh, they're just stunning. I just love them. Look at that one. This one here. I'm just moving along the row now. So definitely mixed media paper, and just look at these last few. Look at those two. They're just absolutely gorgeous. I love them. I've got no idea what I'm going to do with these as yet. Well, I'm sat at my desk in my craft room. It's a couple of days later and my prints are dry. And to be honest, some of them are not quite as nice as they were when they were wet. They've dried quite dull. The watercolour ones are absolutely beautiful. Mixed media ones, the ones I did on mixed media paper. So I'll show you those. And, you know, they're equally as beautiful on the back as well. I think that these will make a beautiful framed pair, so I'm going to frame those two. Whoops. Same with these two here. I just think, you know, that those just paired together are beautiful. That's what they look like on the back. I love this one. I think that's absolutely gorgeous. I think the coloration on these is lovely. I won't frame those, but they just look so beautiful. Love those. Same with this one here. This one's pretty. That one's quite nice. In fact, those, you see, those would make a nice pair as well. And then these are some of the ones. These are the good ones that I did on cartridge paper. So there's these. I'll show you what they look like on the back. I love this one. I just love the colours in those. I love this side of this one here. This one is beautiful. I think that was from, no, that was the second batch as well. You see, I love this one as well. And again, I could cut that in half or put it into a book, a journal. I don't know. I've got no idea what I'm going to do with all of these. Any suggestions are welcome. See, I love that one there as well. And I think that one's really, really pretty. And then that one, I think that's gorgeous. So I had some results. I had some luck. These are the first batch that I did where I didn't add any alum or anything. This was just plain water. No vinegar, no alum or anything. And some of them are really pretty. This one here is just absolutely gorgeous. And I think sort of, you know, that as a piece in its own right would be lovely. I love these individual leaves here, but the rest are, well, just pretty nothing. They've dried really dull, really light, and then nothing special. I mean, I might be able to cut these into tags. I don't know. I shall have to play. This one's lovely. There's some nice areas on that one there. And then these are the rest, which are okay, but you know, they've gone quite brown. So there we go. I won't show you them all. Let me just flick through. So there's some nice areas. You know, that's a nice part there. Love the colours in these, but I took some of the ones that I disliked the most, and I've been playing today, and oh my goodness me, I just absolutely love these. I came across a lady yesterday with a YouTube channel called Ems-Gallery. I presume her name is Em or Emma, And she steams flowers and leaves with a household iron. She's also got a steam press as well. I'll leave the link to her channel in the description box below, and you have to go and check her out. She's a really small channel. I think she's got just over 300, hang on a second, let me just go and have a look and I'll tell you, 592 subscribers. ems-gallery, EMS-gallery, but you have to go and check her out. Her channel is just absolutely fantastic, and that's all she does, eco dyeing, and the results that she achieves are absolutely amazing. So I had another go. These are still wet, but I've got high hopes for these. I think you know, we're going to end up with more coloration in these. I ironed some flowers. These are fuchsias. Here we go. Let me just see if I'm in camera. And I ironed these. I arranged the fuchsias on my page. I sprayed it with alum water, which was a mixture of 1 tablespoon of alum in about 1 litre of water, and put it into a spray bottle. Sprayed my water with alum water first, then arranged my fuchsias on the page, sprayed it with water again, and then put another piece of paper on the top and sandwiched them in between parchment paper, and ironed and ironed and ironed away. And these are the results that I've got. I mean, they're just absolutely stunning. These are gorgeous, and it's completely transformed all of the dull pages, all the ones that I didn't like. These are mainly fuchsia, because at this time of year and because of the hot summer we've had, I've got no flowers in my garden. I remember drying flowers this time last year, and I had loads left of autumn flowers, and this year there's just absolutely nothing apart from fuchsia and a few others. But let me just flick through these because they are stunning, and the backs have turned out absolutely beautiful as well. These are still slightly damp. They've been drying outside. I mean, just look at that. It's just absolutely gorgeous. And I'm doing as Marta did in her video as well, and I'm drying the leaves and the petals as well in a big book, which is weighted down with the household bricks that I used in my pot, funnily enough. This is mixed media paper, and the ones with the fold are cartridge paper. But just look at the detail. Oh my gosh, I just absolutely love these. Look at this one here. Absolutely gorgeous. This one's cartridge paper as well. Look at this one. So again, I've got no idea what on earth I'm going to do with these, but I just absolutely love them. These were some chrysanthemum type flowers that I arranged on the page, and I used some little purple flowers and some small yellow flowers, and I think there's a dandelion in there somewhere as well. That is really pretty. That was one of the first ones I did, and that was just done on watercolour paper that I sprayed with alum. And then these are a few of my other first attempts. And these are all leaves, and yellow flowers, but again they've turned out really pretty. That I think is watercolour paper. I've got a mixture of watercolour and mixed media paper here. I think that's another one of the chrysanthemum type flowers. That's mainly leaves, but certainly more colour going on. I think that's a fuchsia there, and I think I got some berries as well, which didn't really sort of amount to very much. I think that was a fuchsia in the centre. So, you know, I have achieved some good results, and I'll definitely be revisiting this, especially in the spring when I've got more choice for flowers. But, you know, I mean, these are just absolutely gorgeous. And I'm also going to have a look and see what I can do with some of the ones that didn't turn out quite so well. You know, some of the more boring ones. I think I should cut them up and try and utilise the bits that I do like. Who knows, I might even, you know, think about making a journal. I don't know. I need to sit down and have a play. But I am going to leave the link to Marta's video where she shared, you know, because of course, you know, that was what inspired me to do this. I will also share the link for ems-gallery. You have to go and check her out. Some of the things she's been doing with flowers are just amazing. I mean, you know, breathtakingly beautiful. I also watched a video by Nick the Booksmith as well, who again has just done some fantastic eco dyeing. And I also watched Shannon Green's video as well. So I'm going to leave the link to all of those these ladies' videos, and it's worth watching them all as well, and I'm certainly be doing more research myself. But I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope, you know, some of you will also give this a try. Any tips and tricks that you can offer, you know, would be greatly appreciated. Let me know why, you know, some of these, why the colours didn't come out in some of these. Is it the paper that I'm using? You know, please feel free to, you know, give me any advice. And if you enjoyed it, you know, as always, I'd really appreciate a thumbs up, and take care, everyone. I'll see you all again soon. Bye for now.